The country looks peaceful now. Pine-covered ridges stretch toward the horizon. Deep canyons cut through the mountains. Cold water flows through the shadows beneath the Mogollon Rim. It's hard to imagine that these quiet forests once echoed with pursuit, rifle fire, and war. But in the summer of 1882, this country stood at the center of one of the last major conflicts between Apache warriors and the United States Army in Arizona Territory. The story had begun years earlier, throughout the 1870s. Apache bands from across Arizona were being moved onto reservations. Many of them forced to live alongside groups that had once been enemies. Promises were made, promises were broken. Government agents struggled to maintain order. Military commanders struggled to keep the peace. Tension spread across the territory. By the early 1880s, many Apache people believed they had little reason to trust the system surrounding them. At the same time, settlers, ranchers, and travelers lived with constant fear, uncertainty, and terror as raids and violence spread across the frontier. Both sides believed they were fighting for survival. In the spring of 1882, Chiricahua raiders struck the San Carlos Reservation before fleeing south toward Mexico. Not long afterward, Nah-tee-oh-tish led a breakout from the reservation. More than 50 men disappeared into the mountains. As they moved across central Arizona, they gathered supplies, stole livestock, and left a trail of fear, death, and destruction behind them. News traveled quickly. Army commanders knew the group could not simply vanish into the wilderness. Orders went out. Troops began moving from several directions. Among the officers called into the pursuit was Captain Abner Chaffee, a veteran cavalry officer known for discipline and determination. His task was simple: find the breakout band and bring the campaign to an end. But the army was not alone. Apache scouts rode with the soldiers. Men who knew this land, men who could read sign where others saw only dirt and stone. Together they followed tracks, campfires, broken branches, and scattered clues across the wilderness. Additional cavalry units joined the pursuit. The net slowly tightened. Ahead of them, Nah-tee-oh-tish and his followers climbed toward the high country near the Mogollon Rim. The land offered concealment, it offered water, and it offered something every hunted man looks for: time. But time was running short. By mid-July, both sides were moving toward the same place: a narrow canyon known as Big Dry Wash. On the morning of July 17th of 1882, the pursuit entered its final chapter. Nah-tee-oh-tish and his warriors had chosen their ground carefully high. Above Big Dry Wash, they built fighting positions among rocks and pine trees overlooking a narrow canyon. From there, they could watch the approaches and control the battlefield. The plan was simple: let the soldiers enter the canyon, then strike from above. Captain Chaffee and his men moved cautiously. Every ridge could hide an enemy. Every stand of timber could conceal an ambush. As the soldiers advanced, Apache scouts moved ahead of the column, reading the ground, reading the silence, watching for anything out of place. Then everything changed. One of the scouts spotted movement among the rocks. The ambush had been discovered. Instead of marching blindly, Chaffee shifted his forces onto the ridges. Scouts and cavalry spread across the rough terrain. The soldiers would not attack head-on. They would pressure the position from several directions and force the defenders to react. Then a shot rang out. The silence was broken. Gunfire sounded across big dry wash. Smoke drifted through the trees. The battle had begun. Across the canyon, soldiers and Apache warriors exchanged fire. Neither side gave ground easily. As the afternoon wore on, the pressure increased. Positions began to collapse. Some defenders tried to break away. Others held their ground. Then came the weather. Thunder rolled across the high country. Rain and hail swept over the battlefield. As darkness approached, the fighting finally began to fade. The survivors slipped away into the night. When morning came, the battlefield was quiet. The pursuit was over. Big Dry Wash would be remembered as the last major battle between the United States Army and Apache warriors fought in Arizona. Today, visitors hear only the wind. The rifle fire is gone. The hoofbeats are gone. The voices have faded into history. But the land remains. The same ridges, the same canyons, the same mountains beyond. And the land remembers.